12:13 Central African Time. Quick Guess Radio. It is the 19th of January 2024. Igama lami Lhoza and Yam. Isikhululo Quick Guess Radio. Radio according to you, your online commercial radio station based in East London in the Eastern Cape. We are at number 16 Smart Road, Upper Great Drop Monte. Yamba here with my co-host and Yamkela Kamasika, and we are live on Quick Guess Radio Facebook page, Quick Guess Radio YouTube channel, Napake Kui Radio www.kithnewsradio.com, napakuradio.net. And now we are joined in studio by Maphinda. Yes, Maphinda sangokola naye ke namhlanje ke sive ukuba ithina into molweni nonke. Mfundisi Masika. Last week we spoke about how can we start well regardless of how we finished last year, 2023. Yes. We're now in 2024 as couples, as Amanda Bachatileyo. How best can we, siphilo 2024 siwavalile amatyala akulonyaka pheleyo.
Yes.
Right? You've mentioned intobana we need to do a self relationship assessment and also be decisive. Maybe let's do a quick recap before we can dive into me.
Yes. Last time we were trying to see how best we could have a good start.
Sure.
And we cannot have a good start without finding closure on how things ended with 2023.
Yes.
So zizinto esigcile kuzo ezo where sithethe ngentoba look, it's important to do self-assessment, ube decisive. Uyabona ungonqeni.
Yes.
Indoba because each decision does close a chapter and opens a new chapter.
All right.
Now, when we say you are deciding, it simply means you are intentional in ensuring that there must be change.
Okay.
Indecisiveness is a choice of preserving the status quo.
All right.
So Lendo Eti, I don't want things to change.
Okay.
Masihlale izinto zinjalo.
All right.
Now we are saying life must be lived forward.
Okay.
And for life to be lived forward, decisiveness is one of the vehicles.
Okay.
Because it says, I'm done with this one. Now I'm moving to the next one. And always mean when you are decisive, it means you are in control.
Sure.
And number three, it also means you are intentional.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the important of being decisive. You are in charge.
Sure.
And we are saying, Obomi, you cannot live life forward unless first and foremost you are in charge. That is why we said first and foremost the answer is self-assessment.
Okay.
Never uzijonge indoba uhamba njani.
Sure.
Because many at times people tend to blame others. Feeling a blame game.
Okay.
Gandhi, that's not supposed to be the case.
Sure.
You are not living a borrowed life. Life is not a borrowed commodity. Life is your own gift.
Sure.
Inye ebomini bomntu into eyeyakhe. Uyabona, but oyenjoya phakathi kwabanye abantu.
Ubomi. Yes, it's life.
Ubomi bobakho.
Yes.
Kodwa ubuphila phakathi kwabanye abantu.
That's correct.
Awuphili ubomi babanye abantu.
100%.
Now the question is, do people live their own lives or they have traded off their lives?
Wow, very interesting question.
Very, yeah. Whose life are you living? Maybe let's simplify.
Yeah.
Because if the life that you are living is externally controlled, externally manipulated, externally influenced. Ithetha ukuthi wena obakho ubomi uye wabulona kwi-external forces.
By that you mean Mfundisi yonke into yoba kwenziwa ntoni ngoluse next door, and then wenza loo nto kwenzeka ntoni kumtshato ose next door, kwi-relationship ese next door, and then you influence, you are hotspotter from other relationships.
That's basically that.
Yeah.
That's basically that. Ithetha ukuthi obakho bubeke ecaleni.
Okay.
Uphila ubomi babanye abantu.
Sure.
Whether ubomi open a direct influence from outside, okanye nguwe, you have entangled, you have allowed, you have permitted other people's interest to be in charge of what you are doing.
Right.
So that's why then one of the fundamental questions as we conclude the week that we must raise to ourselves critically as individuals, in about whose life are we living?
Are you living?
Are you in charge? Look, for example, look at how you perceive yourself. Are you looking at yourself through your own eyes or through the eyes of other people?
Sure.
Senso wena. Are you looking at yourselves through the spectacles of the public, or are you looking at yourselves with your own eyes? Yeah. So think about that, because there are people who are critical of themselves, who are not happy of who they are, simply because standards abazijonga ngazo standards zabanye abantu.
Sure.
Now ufumanise uba umuntu uba excited xa enconywa ngabanye abantu, but the question is, sewude unconywa ngabanye abantu ube excited, wena ubuphi? Why do you allow other people to overtake yourself? In terms of appreciating yourself.
So you must appreciate yourself first.
That's
before,
it.
And you know,
that's who you are. That's who you are. Indlela onxiba ngayo nendlela oyiyo.
Yes.
Yonke kufuneka even when uposter ngawe wena, you are not seeking people's validation.
Yes.
Poster out of being proud of yourself.
Okay.
You don't.
So don't be disappointed when you don't get likes and hearts and say, oh, share those. Yeah.
No. Don't even post for likes and dislikes, because already your motive behind it's not right. You post because you want to see yourself at other platforms.
Sure.
You post for yourself. You want to see yourself.
Okay.
You don't mind those who say we like you.
It's fine.
They are
confirming.
Those who say they don't like you, they are misjudging you. They are misreading you.
I like that.
So ngabantu abo abakubona through certain eyes.
Sure.
That's not who you are. You know who you are regardless of other people's perception.
I get you.
Now that is key in a relationship, and because the reason why people struggle with relationship is because you enter into a relationship with someone who is crisis.
Okay.
That's why I believe at this point.
Sure.
Is strength say relationship. These two individuals must have mastered a relationship with themselves.
Yeah, first. Yeah.
Yes. So xa ngaba ungayimasterishanga okwi-crisis, ungena kwi-relationship nomnye umuntu to seek validation.
Sure.
Now then ke ufumanisa intoba umthanda lo mntu kuba ukuxelela lento
ufuna uyiva
wena ongakwaziyo
ukuzixelela
ukuzixelela ibe isizathu iyintoni yobungasixeleli. There's absolutely no reason.
Sure.
So that's why then it is important. But I want to conclude our talk today. Ngoba sibone indoba how can we avoid relationship pitfalls or potholes?
Okay. Yo.
Ngoba siphila kwixesha ngoku eMzantsi Afrika sine-potholes ezininzi. Ndicela ureplace pitfalls
with potholes. How can we avoid relationship potholes? Yes. In 2024.
Because lendlela ye-relationship ine-potholes.
Sure.
Yes.
And that's why abanye abantu baphantshelwa. Low punch.
Money type best for 2024.
Phantshelwe lo ubona ba lo irolile.
Let's do this. Pull up a very good morning to you. If you have just joined us, my name is Lhoza and Yam. We're live on Khaya Radio, online commercial radio station based in East London in the Eastern Cape. Every Friday, Kesbanayo, Umfundisi, Grace is studios a presence, you know, Relationship Friday, we talk everything and you get you know, relationship and because last day, last relationship and let me just remind you that we do have Xhosa speaking listeners and viewers, so allow me to speak Xhosa some, then when I go and university. So and now time checks 25 minutes after 8 Central African time. This is Khaya Radio. We are answering we are unpacking into nuggets. How best can we avoid relationship potholes, because potholes will always be there. How then can we, you know,
how to navigate
potholes? So yes, and if you have any questions for my pastor here, please, relationship related,
down below.
Please comment and we will try I respond to questions as well. And we have about 20 minutes before then we wrap up the show for today.
Important.
Let me hand over to you without wasting your time. Let's do this.
Yes. So when I'm saying relationship potholes, I mean relationship pitfalls.
Okay.
Because people in the first world country may not even understand potholes. You know, because potholes are almost non-existent. So I don't want them to say, wow,
yes.
potholes. And they begin to search from Google
what about those?
I mean pitfalls. You know. Now the reality of the matter is that every relationship do not always sail smoothly.
Okay.
Because the nature of the journey of life is such that there are upper hills, there are valleys,
sure,
there are caves. So it's not more. Sometimes there are potholes. But how can you prevent your relationship from being a victim of such potholes?
Okay.
How can you not fall into a trap? In other words, how can you have a sustained, successful relationship? For you to have a sustained, successful relationship, you must prevent certain things.
Sure.
You must avoid certain things.
Okay.
Now, how to avoid those things? One, have an eye to see.
All right.
That's number one. So in other words, never be blind, nor turn a blind eye. to yourself, to the person that you have a relationship with, or to situation. Turning a blind eye means ignoring what requires your attention. Pretending not to be seeing when there are things that you see. That's important.
Sure.
Don't turn a blind eye. Therefore, I am saying have an eye to see. You must be able to see, but this one is not faithful. Don't allow anything that can be used by that person to blindfold you. To turn a blind eye on unfaithfulness because of materialistic benefits.
Also, no faith.
This person pays rent for me. This person takes me out. This person service the car, everything. Never be blindfolded by the benefits you derive from your relationship. Because it is not a relationship of benefits.
Yeah.
It is a relationship between two individuals. Benefits must be spin-offs. Benefits must not be a reason for relationship. They must be spin-offs.
Yeah.
Now, if you are in a relationship because of benefits, you are in a pseudo or false or fake relationship.
Supposes.
Very important. It must not be what a person has that makes you to have a relationship with that person. Materialistic things are always momentary.
Yes.
They are for now. The relationship must be founded on a sound character. It must be sustained by a sound character. You must enter into a relationship with the person than what the person has. Now that's important.
Yeah.
And remember that money does meet certain needs.
Okay.
But it fails to sustain the relationship.
Supposes
if you want to live long into your relationship, go beyond the money. Look at whose money is this.
Sure.
Where does this money
come from?
Relate with the person in order to enjoy what the person has. Relate with the person before enjoying what the person has, than relating with what the person has and hoping to enjoy relating with the person. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be twisted.
Yes.
That's the point.
Okay.
And because that's where we struggle to get fulfillment. Yes, because if fulfillment never comes from possessions, you can be in a mansion, drive a big car, but a car is good whilst you are on the road. Also, a parking garage. It's not going to go to the bedroom.
Yeah.
It will remain at the garage. Now, when you get to your living room, you are looking for a person. The car is in the garage.
Okay.
It cannot get to your living room. When you go to your bedroom, the car is in the garage. You are looking for a person. Here is a phone, a 70,000 phone the person has bought you. It's in your hand. You call the person. There's airtime. The person is not available.
So fulfillment, that's it. Those things are nice to have,
yes.
But ekugqibeleni that is why you must be in a relationship with the person and not with the person has.
Yes,
Get you.
Yes. So that is important. And most unfortunately, some marriages have been founded on a fault foundation. Basically, now they are in a pothole after another pothole. Sure. Because you can't gel. Life is bitter. You are not poor.
Sure.
In terms of possession.
Okay.
But spiritually, you are suffering from poverty. you are emotionally, you are ruined. The watch is an expensive one. Your sunglasses, your hat, your belt, your rings, everything is top of the range.
Sure.
But inside, you are empty. Outside, there is no space.
Yeah.
And yet, you are supposed to live life from inside out. Never from out inside.
Yeah.
So we have people that look to be full, yet they are empty.
Sure.
So that's why they choose not to go to bed early, if at all they have to go to bed. Because bedtime is the most miserable time. Because on bed, you cannot wear those 30,000 dimmers, sunglasses. You can't. That watch, you have to take it away. You know? So that's the point. So in other words, everything that you have been proud of, when you get to your private room, starting with the remote, don't connect 18. So you see the car. In other words, once you get 18, you leave everything one by one. Yes. By the time you go to bed, when you go to bed, it's like you have been stripped out.
Sure.
Yeah, but when you now it's your me time. That's where people begin to cry tears. So have an eye to see.
Sure.
Don't be enticed by the outlook. Neither must you turn a blind eye on the things that
needs your
eye
attention.
Mbono akananyani.
Kose no fe. Akonyana.
Akonyani.
Yo.
And mxelele.
Mfoka awunanyani. Sisi awunanyani.
Sisi uyayilibala
inyani. I like that one. Uyayilibala. Umremind was uyayilibala ifrishadi uba nemani yeka.
That's correct. You see. You are impressed.
Sure.
But the impression you have does not forbid you from telling the person what you say.
Sure.
You refuse to be blindfolded by what is impressing you.
Yeah.
That's an act of maturity.
Yeah.
Ukuthi ndiyakubona njalo njalo, but ikhona into endiyibonayo.
Ewe, kuba wena ulifela okanye
awunanyani. We are gone. So that's important. Have an eye to see. But secondly, have an ear to hear.
Okay.
What do people say about this person? Don't ignore this person's report from other onlookers. Because abantu bayathetha.
Yeah. And ngenye ixesha babikude nyane nomfundisi iyasondela noba mhlamba ayipheleli.
No, the fact that the people say something, remember, people will be vocal about good things and people will be vocal about bad things.
Correct.
It is natural of people to be vocal. So I'm not talking about what they are vocal about.
Okay.
But I'm saying have an ear to hear.
Yeah.
Because if Mateta into end, it simply means they are confirming what you say.
Sure.
And then if you were quiet, it serves as a reminder to say, don't allow the public to be outspoken alone about your spouse. Be also vocal about the good things.
Sure.
That's important.
Right.
But secondly, if there is a bad report, yes, turn an open ear to that report and say, even though I do not have evidence, there is not so much of a good report about you. Why? How can we change this bad report? I have no evidence.
Yes.
So I cannot say they are judging you fairly or not. But how can we change this report? Because it is not a so much good report about you, about us. Have an ear to hear. Uyabona ke ababantu basingle bona bayakwazi ukuthetha abantu bathi divile intoba
kuthiwa wena
ubani uyophunga ikofu nobani niyadate yese uve besithi akukho muntu apho but uyaswipe la anophunga
sure
uphunga ikofu esemgangathweni but people are saying
akukho mntu pha impahla zodwa
abathi akukho mali.
Sure, I get you, but akukho mntu pha. I'm with you.
You are with me. But akukho mntu. In other words, imali ngakhona.
Sure.
Uyaqonda.
Kodwa umuntu wakekho.
You must listen, Sis Lhoza, carefully when people speak. They will not say
akho rescue.
They will tell you
akho mntu phaya.
What a loaded statement.
Yeah.
Because that statement says, don't waste your time.
Sure.
Because we date nomuntu bathi bona
akukho mntu. Yay.
So you must listen to that. Because if you don't listen today, you will pay a price. And people will say, because listen when people say
Oh man, engekhoyo. uzayithini le nto mfundisi kaloku nyhani wena ubona umntu kube kuthiwa kho mntu apha zimpahla zodwa.
Now you must pray for yourself. Father, open up my eyes. Let me see. Kuthiwa kho mntu apha. But mna
sabona umntu okwangoku.
Sabona umntu okwangoku. So you must be able to hear, have an ear to hear.
Yes.
What do people say? Ngalomntu. And put everything on hold.
Sure.
And say there's a noise about this person. And this noise is not a good noise. So yes, I was looking forward. I thought it will it jackpot everything, but there's noise.
So mandla.
And I'm not happy with this noise. So ingaba abantu babona umuntu
xa bebona wena okanye
xa bebona lo muntu,
this person,
okanye ubonwa nguwe wedwa
Lord God,
lo muntu, because akazujika abe ngumuntu,
because once in a child
ube ngengomuntu. Oh la Lord. And people do not even ask uba lo muntu uqale kubani, wamlahla ubani, waya kubani, wamlahla
nakubani, sesuka nakubani bani ngoku kuthethwa ngaye kuthiwa beke wakhona.
Na ucinga into yoba akazusuka kuwe, because xa ulanda emva
irekhodi ona rekhodi lohlala akulahleki mfundisi, akulahleki, akalasti.
Awuhlala kanjani?
They have that tendency of saying ba mna as an individual andifana lo besuka kuye, so I'll do differently. Ayenze ngaye le nto, whereas it's not about her, it's about lo mntu ungekhoyo.
No, you are putting very right. When awufani nalaa mntu.
Yes,
correct.
Yeah, God. But unobangela uyi-one. It's this person.
Yes.
So in other words, you are different from that other person who has pulled out of this relationship.
Yes.
Sure.
But you are entering into a relationship with someone that has been deserted by others.
But you still think you can do differently from the others?
No. Again, you are misreading the situation because you are comparing yourself with other people, yet you are supposed to look at yourself with respect to this person. Those the rest, they are a history. They are a history. They are no longer part of this person's life. So when it's a question that says, more than indoba mna andifani nabanye.
Yeah.
So was comparison abantu abadongo. Because in an organization, you cannot say when employees do not stay long and say, I'm not going to be like those other employees. A wise person will say, what is wrong with this organization?
Yes.
Why do people leave?
Yes.
This you will not pay attention to the employees that have resigned.
Yes.
The resignation of these people must draw your attention to this organization. Why do people leave this organization? It's obvious. You are not unlike those that have left it. You see? But the question is, why does this organization fail to retain its staff side? It means there's a problem with the organization more than the people that have left it. And that's how you must judge it. And also, I understand, we have figured a seat. People leave me because they do not understand me.
Well, but you see, I might understand. Understand, right?
No, because if you were right, Why would people leave you?
Bonke.
It can't. It can't. Because if you are right, even if you have made mistakes, a person should be able to say, one mistake cannot make me to quit, because I have enjoyed my relationship with this person. So that's why I am saying our entry point is based on a wrong approach. It should not be I am unlike. It should all be why.
Yes.
Ungahlaleki nawe. So have an ear to hear. But also, number 3, have a mind to think.
Yebo.
Have a mind. Apply your mind.
Women,
Subane hype. Ungena with relationship, I won't get a nice club.
Or if it's a club, you don't get Raji. Bouncers. Every mind.
Then lights is apart. What you won't get come little one comes. No, don't get a good relationship. So get a gomoya where hype your nightclub. On gen with nightclub. In nightclub here. In nightclub, it is not a day club.
Sure.
It is a night. So it is good to be in it at night.
But I mean
that day,
I feel
cleaner. It is always alive at night. Yet a relationship must be alive 24 hours 7.
Sure. So have a mind.
Now, when ngento yasebsu kwiloka 24
have a mind.
Have a mind to think. Kuzawuhlaleka na nalo 24/7. So that ungazicommit namhlanje ngomso you regret. Yeah, but so that's important. Equivalent club, once sunrise,
have no clean good gun.
Kuyavalwa. License it.
Ixesha elithile
Sesithile ndiyavala. Kwabantu behlele esitratweni. Hlele esitratweni abantu. Valile night club. Ulo quiet. Ingathi it's a residential place. That is a quiet.
That's how you live.
Kwangathi siyo le yango 10 previous night. Never allow that nightclub spirit to be a reason for you to enter into a relationship. Because a relationship must be sustained throughout all season.
Fundisi uthi mayibe khona ingqondo ocinga.
Yes.
Xa ungena,
not a nightclub mind.
Not a nightclub mind. Because into ezininzi we tend to think into yobana izinto ezisustain a relationship izinto nyani zasebusuku.
Yes.
Bambile zinto nyani zasebusuku ezizawusustain, but a relationship it's something else. Ongena nomnye umuntu ekufuneke ungene unengqondo evulekileyo ukwazi ucinga kuzawuhlaleka na, ndingakwazi na uhlala nalo mntu, because a relationship yakho nesiqu sakho uyibuildile enough strong wakwazi uba unganaye noba nawe uwedwa. But now ke ngoku funeka ube nengqondo yokucinga into yobana izawusebenza nale nto.
Because it's Lhoza, you in a relationship, you work during the day. At night, you enjoy the fruits of your hard work.
Yes.
I learned.
Now, xa kungasebenzekanga emini uyalila ebusuku.
Fundisa higher grade lo.
Very important. So you work while it is still called the day. Now, if we put it during daytime, People will tell you most things senzeke emini, but a harvest will be at night. But abana abantu emini kuliwe ebusuku.
Yo.
Abantu baba benza izinto kakuhle emini, konwatywe ebusuku.
Ebusuku ziyakhala.
That's correct. Now, so kufuneka umuntu umjonge noba kuzawuhlalekana naye kwi-season zonke, night and day, winter or summer. That requires a critical mind. Sukungena kwi-relationship ungekho stable
mentally
ezingqondweni yakho.
Sure.
You need stability in your mind.
Great.
That is why it is important when you are down, avoid relationship.
Sure.
There are certain decisions that must be delayed when you are not in your full senses.
Get you.
Most people, uthi xa iphuma kule relationship, ngexesha engeka-recovery, sengeka-healish.
Abesefungena kwenye. Omnye ngomkhuzi wenye.
That's not the right time.
Sure.
That is why, when you are weak, when you are disappointed, when you are depressed, it's not the right time to commit yourself to any relationship.
Great.
Remember, depression attracts sympathizers, and sympathizers are not the candidates for a relationship. Yeah. That's correct. They are not the candidates for relationship. They are people for your current state. When you have recovered from that state, you won't find them. So wait up until you are back to your feet.
Sure.
People deprive themselves of opportunity to recover, to bounce back, to heal. The bathatha izigqibo zabantu abame ngenyawo belele ngesisu. Uyavuka umuntu akakwazi kumelana nesigqibo. Ume ngenyawo ngoku.
But yes, ebegula ngela xesha.
Sewurhuqa ngesisu.
Fundisi ngenxa yexesha Phulaphuli, it's Relationship Friday on Keith Ngesi Radio. If you have just joined us, thank you so much for choosing us this morning. Yamkela, I think
so have an eye to see,
have an ear
to hear, and a mind to think. Now those will help you to avoid potholes, relationship potholes.
Yeah. All right, Phulaphuli, it's
right now I'm in a relationship pothole. Right now.
Phulaphuli, thank you so much, viewers and listeners at home.
Thank you.
With Umfundisi, we're discussing a topic. I know how can we avoid relationship potholes or pitfalls in 2024?
Yes.
Just summarize it, like never turn a blind eye, have an ear to hear, have a mind to think. If you have missed this interview, please go to Keith Ngesi Radio Facebook page and Keith Ngesi Radio YouTube channel and listen. Otherwise, thank you so much, Fundis, for gracing us with your presence this morning. We really appreciate your time and we bless the Lord so that kuzo relationship because But thank you so much. We'll see you next
yes.
Friday.
Yes.
And we'll see. If you have any questions or any topic that would like us to cover, please do so. I see Facebook, thank you so much. Mfundisi Bulelani Mahlakaza, love you, Pastor Maphinda man. Usiya Luzukova, Letibulin Basasazi, Bam, and Abakabla Dala, Jimamel Gomsha, Jimmy Abachat, Abaseba, Nanoli Miss Wam Island, Amamtanga, Omshe, Kunabantu, Bonga Pelis. I've last steak, deep stuff for young and old. Thank you so much, Papulapuli. Coming up next on Kids Ngesi Radio, it's Quacks Kasfaki. It's particularly a jump off 9 to 12 and 12 to 3. Piwe Amanda Ziba with Invasion 3 to 6.
But unfortunately, she's not around. Starting next week, Monday. Definitely.
Deep stuff. So catch us again with Mfundisi next Friday. This relationship Friday. Otherwise, from us,
thank you.
See you on Monday, same time, same website, www.kidsngesi.radio.com.